objectives. Explain the differences of disability, impairment, and handicap, and to learn about the different models of disability and to understand that disability is a part of a diverse world. Disability is any restriction or lack of ability to perform an activity in the manner or within the range considered normal for a human being. Handicap, the result when an individual with an impairment cannot fulfill a normal life role.
Charity model. Disability is due to some circumstances. We should give sympathy towards them. Provide special provision instrument, each to satisfy special needs. Medical model or biocentric model. Describe disability as a consequence of a health condition, disease, or caused by the trauma that can disrupt the functioning of a person in physiological or cognitive way. Functional model. According to this model, disability is caused by physical, medical, or cognitive deficit, limits functioning or the ability to perform functional activities.
Social model. This model focuses on barriers facing people with disability. A person's activities are limited not by the impairment or condition but by the environment.
Wheelchair trying to get into an important meeting, but failing because there is a step at the door. With today's approach, it is the problem of the person using the wheelchair. If not for the restriction of mobility, he would take part in the meeting. And according to the social model, the problem is the step itself. If not the step, the person would enter the meeting. According to the medical model, people have limited opportunities because of their disabilities. And according to the social model, it is the environment that limits opportunities. The new model seeks to overcome the barriers that people with disabilities face on a daily basis. If these barriers no longer exist, everyone will be able to live an independent and equal life. With the existing approach, in the situation shown above, we would try to heal the man's disability. And if that wouldn't work, he would not be able to fully integrate into society. Under the new model, in such circumstances, the entrance to the buildings will be adapted so that the wheelchair access is possible. No one has to adapt to the environment. The environment has to be adapted to everyone's needs.
Human rights model. According to this model, disability is a natural part of human diversity that must be respected and supported in all its forms. People with disability have the same rights as everyone else in the society.
Meet Sarah. She's a smart girl who loves to sing and help her mother to cook. When she grows up, she wants to be a teacher and get married. Sarah has cerebral palsy caused by partial damage to the brain and therefore uses a wheelchair to move around. She's an outgoing person and whenever she needs help, she asks for it. But while Sarah can do most things herself, she faces many barriers. Some people's attitudes, as well as physical and economic barriers, make life difficult for Sarah. They say she can't be in a choir, and so far, no school has accepted her. If Sarah can't go to school, she won't find a job, and without a job, she will always be dependent on others. This is not only a waste of her skills, it's a violation of her right to proper education. But what can be done? It's not that hard. Everybody around Sarah can help her to live her life to the fullest and gain back her rights. We need to raise awareness, for example, in education programs. That way, Sarah's community understands the nature of her disability. After setting up a local support group for parents of children with disabilities, Sarah's mother can share her experiences with others. Now, the head teacher of the closest school knows that it's Sarah's right, like any other child, to be educated well. Teachers can get disability-specific training and support from a resource centre when needed. And we need to reduce physical barriers. Building wider doorways and wheelchair ramps benefits the elderly too. When given appropriate materials, people with visual impairments can study anything. With fewer barriers, a proper education and awareness in the community, Sarah has the same chance as others of getting the job she wants. Instead of depending on others, she is appreciated for who she really is, a person of many abilities. Whether someone uses a wheelchair, lives with vision or hearing problems, or has an intellectual or other disability, let's make sure our society includes them.
The economic model, often employed by governments, the employers pay disabled employees less or gave the losses met through subsidy. Difficulty arises in properly assessing the correct level of subsidy. May arise a confusion whether to provide welfare assistance based on the functional ability of the disabled or based on their economic condition in maintaining themselves.